Uh, Objective of today's talk, I'll spend 2 minutes summarizing what are the lung ultrasound. It's not too commonplace subject, so I'll spend a bit of time on overview and go about justifying my topic. That would be the diagnostic accuracy of lung ultrasound, and that doesn't end there. I will go about talking about some more utility, something about how to use it as distinguishing etiology between viral and bacterial, how to use it as a differential with common presentations in the clinic. It could be pneumonia, it could be wheeze, it could be various other differentials, how we utilize lung ultrasound for this. And as a monitoring tool, it's a beautiful tool. It's empowering a clinician to handle it in the outpatient, in the ER, in the ICU, and how this helps in pneumonia. Why lung ultrasound? In the outset, everyone knows about the fact that there is no radiation. Everybody knows about this in ultrasound. But that's not all. We will see about beyond the advantage of no radiation, what are the other things that is proven with a lot of evidence. That's more to come. This one, everybody is familiar, is the chest X-ray. This is the otherwise imaging modality of choice, and we need to pitch it against this chest X-ray. So this one, everybody is familiar. And what about this one? This appears like shades of dark and white and white dots and a jargon. So let us see. I always open my conversation on lung ultrasound with this. It's a bird's eye view if you're talking about chest X-ray. Whereas you can see a worm in the view of the bird, and if you imagine what the worm is seeing, it's a zoomed in view of the same area and a wealth of information. And this, will it confirm more utility? Will it give us more accuracy? Let us see. This will be the topic. Lung ultrasound, certain patterns. Lung ultrasound, until of late, nobody believed lung ultrasound could be a modality. Lung is filled with air. Air is an enemy of ultrasound. No, nothing passes through air. So until of late, they used to think lung ultrasound is no modality at all. Until one gentleman called David Lakinson, just by serendipity, discovered some patterns. When it's normal, when it's pathologic, what are they? So you should know normal lung to go about what is lung ultrasound in pathologic lung. The thorax is divided into some conventional 12 zones, and you use a transducer. By default, we use a linear transducer. I cannot go to the details, but I'll just summarize the common patterns. This is a scanning technique where you use a transducer in vertical orientation facing the head. The ribs are in the first hyperechoic line is where you focus on. That's the pleura. The contour of the pleura, it's where most pathology begins. If it's irregular, that's how pneumonia begins. So focus on that. Then the common normal aerated lung. Previous speaker also showed some ultrasound. Normal aerated lung looks like A lines, a parallel horizontal lines. And the lung bases, you can imagine the
अबे मैं क्या करूँ इसमें? वो बोला कि नंबर जिससे तुम बात किए उसका नंबर
filled with air, the costophrenic angle, and if it is filled with air, you will see a beautiful sign called as mirror sign.
मेरे लिए नहीं बोला, उसके लिए बोल रहा है.
This is normal A lines, and if there is fluid, you will see B lines. So you will see normal lung sliding in a normal lung, and as I said, if it's a normal lung with AD basis, what
उसलिए तेरे को नहीं बोला है, बोल रहा है मेरे को बोल रहा था ना ऊपर जाने के लिए, उसलिए वो बोल रहा है कि दोनों को ही लेके चल जाओ, चेंज करने का बात नहीं बोला है.
You will have a contradictory sign called as barcode sign. So I just wanted to touch upon the common patterns before I proceed. This is the beautiful curtain sign. This is the costophrenic angle going up and down over the infradiaphragmatic structures, which means the lung base is clear.
भाई तू पागल कैसा बात कर रहा है, मेरे को कुछ
These
बुरा
are
ही
the
नहीं है.
sonographic signatures of normal lung. So what happens if there is pathology? If there is any fluid, you can see vertical artifacts which are
और गुस्सा हो गया, ये नहीं हो रहा है.
and as the information
मतलब आदर्श का भैया ठीक ठाक कर नहीं पा रहा
the
था उससे.
irregularities are seen as some fractured pleural line called a shred sign. And in the hub of the fractured sign is
नहीं, मेरे सामने कुछ नहीं बोला.
pneumonia is hepatization. This is what you'll see. And the most pathognomic sign is the bronchioles, which are air-filled, will cast
ठीक है, रख,
a
मैं देखता
shadow,
हूँ।
which is oxymoron, will cast a shadow, which are white dots, which are called air bronchograms. So this is how pleura
ठीक है,
appears
रख, मैं देखता हूँ।
irregular. That's the first stage. And why I'm saying is first stage is objectively used to quantify as well. So the next stage is clusters of B lines, and the pleura becomes more irregular. You can see the irregularity, and that's called as subpleural consolidation. It's a sonologic term, not to be confused with the actual consolidation. And as this deepens, what happens is the consolidation, which is our focus of our topic. So further, effusion, we all know from time immemorial, this is the modality which is used to insonate effusion. Effusion, because fluid is very friendly with ultrasound, you can see fluids as anechoic spaces. So effusions from before, there's no debate, it's been the modality of, and effusions are complications of pneumonia. So as I was saying, as the quantification increases, 1, 2, 3,